We've all experienced the feeling of having to do something and not actually wanting to. And unfortunately, it's how most people live their lives, doing much more of things that they feel they have to rather than want to. And it's energy draining, it's not enjoyable, and it's honestly a waste of time. And so I'm here to share with you how to live a life of doing only things you want to do. Let's first dive into the internal experience of how it feels to do something you want to do versus have to do. And by internal experience, I mean like your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions. Let's first think of something. Go ahead right now. Think of the last thing you did that you actually truly wanted to do. Now that you have that, or hopefully you have that, or some example in your mind of that, let yourself think of how it felt. How did you truly experience that internally? Before, during, and after. In my case, it felt empowering, it felt fun, it felt enjoyable, satisfying, liberating. That's how it felt to me. Or that's how it does feel to me every single time I do something I want to do. The fact that I thought of something I wanted to do, loved myself to commit to the doing of the experience of the thing I desired to do, and then the actual follow through of it. There's no better feeling in the world. And then if you do this all day, only doing things you want to do all day, imagine just feeling those experiences internally all day long. It would make for quite a happy life, would it not? And oftentimes I'm then able to also maintain a positive attitude or mood or feeling within myself even after the doing of that thing had been done. Just from like the feedback loop of doing it. It was fun to think about doing, and then it was fun while doing, and since I was having fun while I was doing it, I was observing the fact that I was having fun, which felt fun. And so it's just this feedback loop of exterior and interior both matching up. Perfect alignment, yeah? Now let's bring to mind the last thing that you did that you felt like you had to do rather than wanted to do, and see how that feels. So go ahead and bring that to mind. Perhaps that's easier to locate within your memory than the other, but bring that to mind. For me, it feels slow, stagnant. I feel resistance. Perhaps even a little resentment, and just like an overall not being happy while I'm doing it. And again, just like the want tos, there's the happy feeling for the wanted tos. There's like a happy feeling before, during, and after, right? But even for like the have tos, it's the same thing, but with negative emotions. Like you're dreading doing it, that's pretty negative. You're dreading doing it while you're doing it, that's pretty negative. And then afterwards, perhaps there's a sigh of relief knowing that it's over, but you still aren't going like from dread to like optimism and positivity like right away when you complete it. So there's just this stream of negativity in a have to versus a stream of positivity in a want to. A want to gives you energy. A have to drains you of energy. And simply put, you're happier living a life full of want tos than have tos. I'm not trying to convince you of that. I think it's pretty obvious. But I do want to share with you how to have a life full of much more, if not only, want tos versus have tos. And so let's dive into that. The first thing is to assess. Assess the things you're already doing that you feel like you have to do. Because a lot of people put things upon themselves that they don't even necessarily have to do. Like, especially people who are people pleasers, or people who just think it's like prideful to be busy every single moment of the day. These people often say things like, oh, I don't have time to go to coffee, I don't have time to go out to dinner, I don't have time to go see that movie. There's just so much I have to do. Have to. Have to. Have to. So look at the things that you are claiming that you have to do and assess them. Number one, do you actually have to do it? Can it not be delegated? Or can it be done at a different time? Perhaps you're rushing something that doesn't need to be completed for a while now, and you could relax and enjoy the ease of the moment rather than do that. Or is that thing that you're claiming you have to do even in alignment with the you that you are desiring to become? And second is watch your language. Make sure you're not accidentally labeling want tos as have tos. For example, saying, oh, I have to go to the gym, I have to make dinner, I have to go on a hike soon, I have to read more, right? By making sure that you are labeling things that are want tos correctly as want tos, you're gonna already notice the examples pouring out of your mouth of how in control you are of your life and your time and your energy. Because again, there's a good amount of things that you're saying have to just out of habit, not necessarily because you're wanting to associate a negative connotation with the thing that you have to do, because you actually want to do that. But it's just the way we say things sometimes. So go ahead and pay attention to that. But can't you just see the difference? Like, I want to go to the gym versus I have to go to the gym. Because a want is your choice. You are in control there. But to the subconscious, when you say I have to go to the gym, it feels like it doesn't have a choice. It has to do it. And nobody likes not feeling like they have a choice. And third, this part is for the people who are going to argue that there are things in life that they have to do. They can't only do what they want to do. I have to go to work and pay taxes and clean my house and sleep enough. I have to do these things. Okay. I acknowledge that society is structured in a certain way, that there are things in life that we cannot really avoid doing. Like working and paying taxes, but you are still in control over how you think about these things and the way you approach them. And how you approach them can change them into wants. Yeah, maybe you don't want to go to work, but you want to pay your bills, you want to buy clothes, you want to go out with your friends, you want to contribute to a savings, you want to make money. Right? So there are all these wants underneath this have to. You may not want to pay your bills, but you do want water and electricity and heat and gas, right? And you may not want to pay taxes every single time you have a paycheck, but you want potholes to be filled, you want the trash cans on the sidewalk to be emptied, you want the bulbs in the street light to be replaced when they need to be. There are all of these benefits, positive outcomes to the doing of these things that you may not necessarily have chosen to do if you didn't need the things that they would provide. And by acknowledging that, you are able to then create a different energy when you do those things, rather than the energy that comes when you are claiming that you have to do it and you have no choice. You may just start thinking about the thing you have to do, like go to work, and then instead think about all the benefits that you get from having that job. Anyways, that is how I live my life, with many, 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 many more want tos than have tos, which keeps me happy, which keeps me at a higher vibration, which keeps me at a state of enjoyment. And I hope that you took something away from this video, and I'd love to know what that is down in the comments below. And if you liked this video and the things I have to share and teach about and talk about, or the yoga flows that I provide as well, or the meditations or hypnosis audios that I provide as well, go ahead and click subscribe, and please like this video. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again soon.